I forgot my change of clothes. Not the full outfit, but I forgot my shoes. And so I have to wear these. We back, baby. Hey, everybody. Welcome back to another episode of What It's Like Being a Musician in New York City. And guess what? My name is Brunell Jones, your host. I'm probably never going to say that again. Despite the fact that I'm smiling, today is a sad day because it is the end of an era, but not quite. Apparently, this is the last day that we have the Smalls residency on every other Friday night with Philip Harper. Just to give y'all some context, you know, if y'all been watching these episodes for a while, y'all know that I've been playing with Philip Harper for a long time. I've been playing with him for about 2.5 years, and Philip Harper is a trumpet legend. He was a jazz messenger with Art Blakey. He played with Cedar Waltz and all these other folks, and he had his own band with his brother. He has a lot of accolades and all these things, but he's had the Smalls residency every other Friday night for about 10 or 11 years, and now it's coming to an end. Smalls is changing up the schedule a little bit. And instead of having 2 bands, I think they're about to have 3 bands. And the last set is going to be a specifically jam session set with a completely different band. Whereas before, the second band would run the jam session set. So it is the end of an era, like I said. And I'm documenting this because this is the last Friday. And you've seen me play with Philip Harper in some other episodes. One that I played at Smalls. And the other one, I brought my mom with me to Cellar Dog. All right, we about to head to Cellar Dog. Say what's up, Mom.
What's up? We're excited.
You do? I'm going to make this night count. I'm going to play my heart out because Philip Harper is a staple on the Friday night. And it kind of sucks because Friday night is my favorite night to play there. And the next time we're going to play there is a Sunday, but Sunday don't hit the same. Regardless, I'm blessed to be able to play with Philip Harper. And so you're just going to see me go on about my day like I usually do and getting ready to play this Smalls performance. Plus, I have some good news for the fans of my music. My new single is now out and released. So go check out my new single. For the fans, you should buy it on Bandcamp because you know what? Streaming, obviously, you know, it's easy access and you can listen to my music on demand. But I'm telling you, buying somebody's music is what really supports them and really keeps them going. I'm doing music full time. I'm trying to bring my artistry up. And the only way for me to fund my artistry and really get the best out of it is if I can really make money doing this stuff. I'm not going to get into it, but you know, long gone is the age where people used to go to the store and buy your records. Now streaming has taken away from all that and we don't get much from streaming. And so I always try my best to push the fact that I do have a Bandcamp and that you can actually buy my music if you want to support. Anyways, enough of that. I need to go to the gym and get these guns pumped up. Peace out. It's time to get started and it's time to be a musician in New York City. Look at her just hanging out. You're always staring at me. Why don't you just say hi to me? Real quick before I go about my day, I bought this Tyler album on vinyl a while ago, and I'm telling you, this is my favorite album right now. This is my favorite album that's out right now, man. It was so good that I had to buy it on vinyl. Yeah, I decided that even though it's early in the day, I'm going to already start picking out my fit. Normally, for those who watch my videos, you know that I'm always picking my fit like an hour before I start, but we're starting with the tan pants and the pink tie. I don't want to wear the full tan suit because you know what? Right now in New York City, it is hot. It is in the 80s right now. And so I'm just going to wear some type of white collar shirt with this. You'll see the vision. You'll see the vision. So I'm trying a new gym today called Iron Oasis. It's in Midtown. And it's empty, just how I like it. Not much going on. I'm bench pressing right now. So let's get to it.
pounds. They're in pounds, not kilos. This kind of throws me off because the weight is slightly different. It is what it is, though. All right, just finished my workout. It was a real good workout, even though I felt weak, but the pump was great. So now I gotta get ready for smalls. All right, fast forward, it's nighttime. I went out for a little bit and I forgot my change of clothes. Not the full outfit, but I mean, obviously I got the outfit on. I forgot my shoes. And so I have to wear these dingy ass shoes. I'm kind of mad about that. I can't believe I forgot my shoes. Look at this. I gotta wear these dingy white shoes. I'm not used to not looking fly. This is boo-boo, but it is what it is. We gotta show must go on. Walking the smalls. Yeah, I'm not gonna lie. I am bummed out about that, about my shoe situation, but it is what it is. My horn has a lot of problems right now, which has also irritated me. going on now. The house is packed now. Hey, Cal. You dig?
All right, I'm gonna get right to the questions. I decided to stand up because I just have a lot of energy. And before y'all say anything, no, I wasn't in NYO Jazz. I just have the shirt. I was too old to audition for that when that first came out. Anyways, first question. Do you plan on doing this the rest of your life? And can being a jazz saxophonist be a viable career option salary-wise? All right, so this is a hard question, but the first one, yes, I do plan on doing this the rest of my life, but I'm talking about specifically music, right? Whether that's selling my records, performing with, big celebrities, or somehow becoming a big star on my own. But I do plan on doing this music stuff the rest of my life, especially because I've worked so hard for it. I've been playing saxophone for 16 years now, and I decided in high school, I said I'm going all in on music. So this, I have no choice but to do this. I love this stuff. But here's the hard question to answer. Can being a jazz saxophonist be a viable music career? Yes and no. And I'm not going to sugarcoat it, but I'm also not going to try to discourage you. I just want you to hear the real facts. There is only a very, very small percentage of people who are making a living just being a jazz saxophonist, right? If you've watched my videos or if you've listened to my music, which by the way, I did drop a new single, so go listen to it. Or if you've, just seen how I play on Instagram or any of that, you know that I'm not a jazz saxophonist. I play jazz, but I also play all types of music. I do a lot of R&B gigs. I do smooth jazz stuff with my guy Sammy Buttons. We do the smooth jazz, soul, all that groove stuff. I play all types of music. I play pop music, play it in those pop bands and do covers and all that stuff. So I'm not just a jazz musician, and I don't even like calling myself a jazz musician because I think that's a ridiculous word, but that's a conversation for another day. Anyways, being a jazz musician means that you're only playing in jazz clubs. You're only playing in settings that host jazz. You're constantly, if you're going to have to, rely on touring and in a lot of cases teaching and so on and so forth, which is nothing wrong with that. Absolutely nothing wrong with that. But just know a lot of jazz gigs don't pay as much as you think they do, even in New York City. If you're only doing jazz gigs, right? Let's say you got 4 or 5 jazz gigs in a week. It's possible that those jazz gigs might be $70. Then you got one that's $80. You got one that's $100 or $150. But it's rare that jazz gigs are paying like over $400 and $500, and those are for the top dogs who have a huge fan base who are like, you're gonna pay me that or else I'm not playing. That type of stuff. There's a lot of there's a lot more to what I'm saying. I'm just saying surface level stuff. But if you want to make a career doing jazz saxophone, you just have to build your business crazy, build your audience, your brand, all that. You have to build that so that you can set your own price. And honestly, only the smallest of the small do that. And even the ones who are doing very well, some of them also teach. I mean, let's take the people who are teaching at universities, right? We got some of the baddest people that we worship in jazz history, for lack of a better term, who are teaching at colleges, right? Like I said, nothing wrong with teaching at a college, but it shows that this industry is really hard to make it as just a jazz saxophonist. And teaching at a college, you get a nice salary, you get tenure and all that stuff, right? So even if you're touring, you also have stable bread that's not going away, and so on and so forth. So I hope that answers your question. For me personally, I'm not trying to be a jazz musician. I'm trying to be a musician who makes money from all different sources. Next question. Which people have you most benefited transcribing from? Just to preface it, a lot of musicians, we use transcribing loosely. Transcribing to us doesn't always mean taking something and writing it down. Me personally, I never wrote down my solos that I learned. Transcribing to me is like taking a saxophonist like John Coltrane, right, and listening to their solo and learning it by ear. That's what transcribing is. So the people that I've actually benefited most from transcribing, believe it or not, are singers, right? People always say that, I'm very soulful and I play like a singer. It's because I spent a lot of time listening to singers and imitating singers. In my playing personally, I've imitated a lot of Michael Jackson. I've imitated all the ad libs that people, such as Al Green or Whitney Houston or Maxwell, especially. Usher. I imitated their ad libs and learned their songs like lyric by lyric, but on the saxophone so that I'm playing their music. And honestly, that is very valuable. You want to play like a singer because you're singing through your instrument. As far as saxophonists or anything, I'd say Stanley Turrentine, John Coltrane, George Coleman, those people, Ben Webster especially. Okay, and the last question, and no one person submitted this, but I have to answer this question. Every single time I upload a video, somebody comments a question under my TikTok or under my Instagram, or under my YouTube. They're like, "What is that crazy mouthpiece that you're playing?" I think I answered this in another video, but I just got to answer it one more time. It's called the Stratton Adjust-A-Tone. You can't find them anywhere. They don't make them anymore. I'm thinking about making a video of it. I just need to do some more research of the history because I truly don't know the history about it. But if you try to look it up, you might find the Zinner mouthpiece. It's called Zinner, Zinner, and it looks like the Stratton Adjust-A-Tone, but it's not the same material and it doesn't play as well. And I know because I had one and a friend of mine has had one too who plays the Stratton, and he told me, he said, "Don't play the Zinner. They don't play well." And I tried it and it doesn't play well. So all right, that concludes the video. I decided to try something new and do the questions uncut. I'm starting to try to do more things uncut because I think, it's a little too synthetic if I'm just cutting everything, right? Anyways, subscribe, please, like, and go look at all the rest of the videos of the series. If I'm not mistaken, I think this is episode 20 of what it's like being a musician in New York City. I have plenty of crazy nice gigs that I've done. Pretty entertaining material just to show you how it is being a musician in New York City from somebody who's just a guy out here trying to make it, not famous or anything, just truly just a working musician in New York City. So go watch those and go buy my new single. It's only $1. Only $1. All right, peace.